Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and we're watching some more Disney Channel original movies, ones that I had never seen before. At least this one I was aware of, I'd heard of, and so I'm finally watching it. It's called Zenon, Girl of the 21st Century. This was a 1999 film that was directed by Kenneth Johnson. And the plot is we meet this girl Zenon, who she wasn't born in space, although I thought that if she had been born in space, that would have been interesting because technically I think that would make her an alien. In any event, she is, what is she, like 13, 14 years old? I don't know. You see that she's in space, she gets into a lot of trouble, she's always involved in something that is messing up everything going on in the space station, so she gets punished. Her punishment is to be banished to Earth to live with her aunt, and of course she's trying to prove and get people to believe that one of these head executive dudes is not who he says he is, that he's in fact evil and trying to destroy the space station. What I thought of Zenon, Girl of the 21st Century, is actually the movie wasn't bad. It wasn't. I thought that the main girl that plays Zenon, Kirsten Storms, I thought she was good. She was a decent enough actress. I thought that she was borderline annoying at first, at the beginning, but enough to where I was like, okay, I don't hate her exactly, but I understand with the way that she acts that she is young, she is immature, and that behavior makes sense as to why nobody believes her. Even her parents, it's just like, yeah, you know, we love you and all, but you gots to go. Her best friend, Nebula, it's just funny, a movie about characters in space, and you have someone named Nebula. I'm not talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, or am I? Yeah, I am. Nebula is played by Raven-Symoné, who it was very just amusing to see her as the best friend. I kind of thought that Raven-Symoné, even at this point, yeah, she's young here, but she probably could have pulled off being the main character even a little better just because, and I think having a black lead would have been interesting for the time, but whatever, it's not a big deal. I'm not saying that the main girl was bad, because she wasn't. Just a thought that I had. The space special effects, the budget on this movie was, lacking. It left a lot to be desired. Look, it's 1999. It's a Disney Channel original movie. I'm not saying I expected gravity type effects here, but it was like PlayStation 1 graphics. Or it reminded me, not just PlayStation 1, but remember those old computer games where you would go through and you'd be able to do things, whether it's in space or it's in these cube-like dimensions. And for the time, 98, 99, you think, oh, wow, this is cool. Now you look back and say, wow, that was lame as hell. But hey, look, the effects here, they could have been a lot worse. I guess they could have been a lot worse. Remember Spawn, just 2 years before this? Yeah, the effects in hell were worse than that movie, and that was a big budget Hollywood movie. So again, I guess I'll give this movie slight credit. Parker Winham is the villain businessman, like I said. He comes on, and he's supposed to give them more money, or he's supposed to provide them a boost because they're struggling with things, but all he really wants to do is destroy this thing. I lost track of why he wants to do it, or what exactly his main goal is, or this hench dude that he had with him that was going around and doing his dirty deeds, and Zenon constantly caught him in the act. So when Zenon ends up going to Earth, that's where we get introduced to her aunt, played by Holly Folger, and I actually liked her a lot. She was one of the adult actors that I felt like cared and had some personality. She was very bubbly and just fun-loving. It's almost like I'd much rather her stay with her aunt as a parental figure, just because the character was a lot more interesting than the actual parents were. Although her father was a decent actor, and he was the one who like had to go along with the mom and the punishment, especially because the mom had that stress helmet, and you could tell he just didn't want to make it worse. But behind her back, he would tell Zenon how actually cool what she just did was. Greg is a boy on Earth that, of course, Zenon has a thing with. It's funny because when he first meets her, he stares at her for so long in kind of a creepy way. At first I was like, is he going to turn to the villain? Is he going to be some guy that's stalking her and being creepy? He's staring at the table scene where they go out to eat, and he's across the table and he's staring at her. When they're in class, he's staring at her. When they're in swim class, he's staring at her. I'm like, dude, take a picture. It'll last longer. Or just go up to her and say hi. One of the two. But eventually, once they did start to talk and hang out, he ended up being a halfway decent guy. Margie is, I guess, her Greg's friend, but she also is in love with him, too. She's played by Lauren Maltby. And she was fine. She was like the mean girl, I guess. She was the one who was constantly putting Zenon down because she liked Greg. The one scene where Greg said, look, dude, like, I don't like you. I'm never going to like you. I'm never going to date you. Just stop. And I went, wow. Finally one of these movies where they tell the person that's annoying them exactly how they feel. Tell them to basically leave me alone. And even her hearing that, she was like, maybe you're just having a bad day. I'll try again tomorrow. Like, no, Margie. Get the hell out of here. Stuart Pantkin plays the commander. I feel like I've seen this guy in a bunch of other movies. I thought he was good as well. There's a pop singer that Zenon is completely obsessed with, and there's a contest for a concert that he's going to do in space, first ever singer to do a concert in space. And at first I thought this guy was like a real singer, but he's actually just an actor. Playing, like, he did a decent enough job, I guess, pulling off the boy band 1999 type of look and feel to him. The one song that I swear they played this song 3 or 4 different times throughout this movie. Zoom, zoom, zoom! Make my heart go boom, boom. Look, at first I was like, this is super lame and super corny, and it was annoying. But after about the 4th time, I said, alright, it is catchy. I'm going to have to concede and give you some head nods and some like, alright, it's catchy as hell. But overall, yeah, this movie, it's harmless, it's innocent fun. It's definitely something, if I was a young teenage girl or even younger, I'd probably love this movie. I get it. I do. It wasn't a bad watch at my adult male age right now either. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you too have seen Zenon, Girl of the 21st Century. Did you grow up on it? Did you like it as a kid? Should I continue with the sequels? Because I see that there are some sequels there. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!